Welcome back to the Toppy Blues, your source for all things Everton. My name's Connor Williams, and we're back with another video. It's the end of season player review, and it is on Beto. Yeah, things can only get better, eh? Um, Interesting player, interesting discourse around him. So we will go through his stats, my thoughts, rating. Starting off with the games he's played. He's played 37. He's appeared in 37 games this season. 30 in the Premier League, 3 in the FA Cup, 4 in the EFL. He scored 2 in the EFL and 5 in the Premier League. We're going to use the Premier League just because it's the biggest sample size. He got a goal against Bournemouth in a 2-1 loss. He also scored in a 3-1 loss against West Ham, and he scored in the 3-0 win over Newcastle, which is a really good result. Yeah, so his XG is 6.79, but he's got 3 goals. He's quite a wasteful player. He missed a penalty this season as well. That as soon as he stood up, I think it was obvious he was going to miss. He never seemed to have that confidence that he was going to score. I'm a bit worried that he might be one of those players that is sort of like a Michael Keane now, where bad luck will just follow him around. I hope that's not true, but I've just got this horrible feeling. Yeah, he should have more goals. There's no sugarcoating that. He has 1.4 shots per 90. He's missed 8 big chances and no assists, with an expected assists of 0.32. So yeah, nothing really there. Created 3 big chances and has 0.4 key passes per 90. Successful dribbles, 0.5 per 90. And his aerial duels, he wins about 1.6 per 90. He really is an interesting player to watch. He's interesting. He's just interesting, isn't he? His progressive carries are 1.23 per 90 as well. It's interesting because when he was at Udinese, in Italy, he was doing all right. He was doing all right at Udinese, in Italy, in the Serie A. And I think you've got to give players time, and I'm not writing him off because he needs time. But in the 2022 season, he played 33 games and got 10 goals. I don't know if this will let me see his XG for that season, although I'd love to know. Because I'd love to know basically, you know, how he okay, I've got him now. I've got him now. So his XG in that season was 10, and he scored 10 goals. And the XG before that was 12, and he scored 11 goals. And then when he was in Portugal, he had an XG of 1.3 and scored 2 goals, 9.6 and scored 11. So this is the first time in his career really that he's massively wastefully underperformed on his XG, which is interesting. There is a conversation of, are we using him right? I don't think, although he's a tall lad, I don't think he's Calvert-Lewin type of player that you can just lump the ball up to. He's going to keep hold of it and pass it on to players. I think he's the type of player that you pass the ball in front of and he runs onto, and we've seen that in a couple of his goals. He's better with him running onto the ball. And I think until we address how to get him and another player to support him, if we could get away with playing 2 up front, that'd be brilliant. But we've seen this season it leaves us 2 exposed in the midfield. Yeah, he's just an interesting player. I don't want to write him off. Seen some people saying sell him now. I think he's owed a second season. I think you've got to be patient with players that come over from different leagues. The Premier League is the most physical that a lot of the players say, and the hardest that they adapt to. So you have got to give him that. He did have a run at striker for a bit. I don't think he's as good as Calvert-Lewin to this team. I think Calvert-Lewin is more important and a better player for this team. You know, his holding the ball up is weak. His passing is weak. They're the two things, or passing not, but holding the ball up, something Calvert-Lewin does well. So we need to change the way we use Beto really to get the best from him. He's good at dribbling. He likes to do flick-ons. He likes to dribble. I think he's an all right finisher. He's that type of player that is quite chaotic. So a couple of his goals have come from pure chaos, him chasing down dead balls and causing the keeper to panic and the defenders to panic. There is a place for him. He is a good player. I think he's just down on his luck and confidence, and we need to figure out a way to play to his strengths and not his weaknesses. For the rating, I'm gonna give him a 7. He has got no, I'm gonna 7. It's between a 7 and a 6.5. He has scored 3 goals. Gonna go with 6.5. Gonna go with 6.5. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 6.5. He has scored a couple of goals, but he should score more. Hopefully next time next year we're talking about a different Beto. But yeah, that's all we got time for. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and comment down below your thoughts. Look forward to reading them.